Right now at 5, a huge hay fire continues to burn at this hour at a Dauphin County farm. This drone video shows the scale of the fire, which started late Monday night. Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 News at 5. I'm Evan Forrester. Those flames broke out at the East Hanover Township property owned by the Haldeman Farms around 11 o'clock last night. Fox 43's Alyssa Kratz spoke with one of the farm's owners today. She joins us live with what we know at this hour. Alyssa.
Evan, good evening. Yeah, we are going on hour 18 of this fire burning. And as you can see, I'll step out of the way here. This fire still definitely going at this hour, definitely a lot more tame than it was early this morning and overnight, but still plenty of smoke, smoldering, some flames in there. And really this crop of hay that goes back acres and acres, just a total loss for this farm's business. This large hay fire at a Haldeman Farms property in East Hanover Township has been burning since late Monday night.
This entire thing was lit last night, the whole sky. They were coming from Linglestown, you know, the trucks.
Co-owner Gern Haldeman and his wife live across the street and were alerted to the flames by a neighbor around 11 o'clock.
I'm guessing it may have taken between 15 and 20 minutes for it to be fully involved.
Firefighters worked to temper the flames overnight, but now the fire is left to burn out on its own.
I feel bad for the people that have to endure the smoke. Hopefully the smoke will go up and not travel low along the ground.
The farm grows hay for the mushroom industry, with much of it shipped down to Chester County. This crop was all grown this year and is now hundreds of thousands of dollars lost.
I can fix a lot of things, but I can't fix this.
It's not the first time either. The farm had a similar fire in 2011, which destroyed 2 hay sheds and burned for 6 days in the same spot. Gern says both fires started on the west side of the stack late at night.
At this point, I'm not pointing any fingers, but things just don't add up.
Meanwhile, a state police fire marshal says the cause of the fire is unable to be determined.
If there was going to be any spontaneous combustion, I would have certainly thought that the second cutting would have been the source of that combustion, not the first cutting, which has been here for months. So I am very, very suspicious of this fire.
And Gern tells us that 2011 fire also was ruled to be an undetermined cause. He says he understands, of course, that these things can be hard to figure out, but it's definitely a lot of questions about both incidents.
So let's see, if the fire is going to burn for several days, talk about how the owners are going to be handling that.
Yeah, Evan, so we know that the owners have corralled a group of friends to really help them out here over these next several days. They're going to be taking 3-hour shifts, switching off and just watching the fire to make sure that it doesn't spread. And as you can see here behind me, also they have a water tanker on site. They were just using it really a few minutes before we went live to put out some of those hot spots and just keep this side of the hay pile doused with water. They're doing all of that to protect this white barn that they have here on their property that houses some wood and other equipment. The siding of the barn was damaged a little bit overnight. It was melted. So right now they are just doing everything they can to make sure that that structure stays safe. And of course, also we know there's not a lot of, if any, rain in the forecast over these next several days, and that's not going to be on their side.
Yeah, Fox 43's Alyssa Kratz live in Dauphin County. Thanks, Alyssa.